Chapter 266. Didn't even need to be here. In the end, why was I brought here exactly? Filomena-chan asks me that in an awfully forlorn voice. Yep, she didn't even need to be here. I didn't even speak a single word this time. I guess we were unnecessarily... We were unnecessary, weren't we? Yep, us unnecessary comrades might as well be air. Sensing that I wasn't going to reply, Filomena-chan sinks into silence as if giving up. During the conference itself, she might as well have been air, but even when that was over, the sense of her existence was still gone. This girl seems to have a talent for espionage. Filomena-chan was abandoned by her fiancé, and after that I picked her up and reforged her, but instead of pure combat skills, I'm glad that I had her develop skills that seemed useful for espionage and intelligence gathering. Unlike a certain Maid-sama from somewhere, she's not at the level where you can lose sight of her when she's right in front of you, though. But she is able to make the sense of her existence quite thin, clearly enough for her to fade from awareness and her existence to be forgotten. Normally that probably wouldn't be enough to deceive the eyes of the members of the conference, but under the cover of the impact of the Dragon King, she erased the sense of her existence so she wasn't spotted by any key figures. This girl who I've tempered thoroughly is superior to their ninja-kun. That ninja-kun, aka Kusama-kun, has gone off somewhere together with Oni-kun. The two of them were pretty good friends, so I guess they're renewing their old friendship or something. There's a sense that the Demon King will return soon, so I sent the vampire girl who is glowering at the Divine Word Religion members to go fetch them. If I'd let her remain as is, then it seems like the lifespan of the Divine Word Religion people would have reduced. The moment that vampire girl left the room, they were noticeably relieved after all. Thus, the current situation, with the scowling vampire girl having left, the Divine Word Religion members are now glancing towards me. What about Filomena-chan? With that beautiful I'm air technique, those glances are passing right over her splendidly. All these Oji-sans are glancing at me. Somehow I feel a bit uncomfortable. The conference this time was, amazingly enough, a huge success. Somehow it was managed entirely by the Demon King and moved along quickly. I just had to sit there and stare vacantly. To think that the Demon King could be useful in such a place. Thinking that she was just some neat, I feel cheated somehow. Thanks to her, I was able to be at ease. And yet, what's with the situation? To be honest, I feel uncomfortable enough that I want to return home, but it's not like I can return without the Demon King, etc. Without my teleportation, it would be impossible for them to return to the demon territory from here, which is why I gotta wait. But this waiting time is agonizing. Demon King, Oni-kun, Vampire Girl, come back quickly. They came! I knew it! As expected, the fact that they stayed behind meant that they definitely tried to talk to me about something. Otherwise, they would have left their seats long ago, after all. The one who began to talk to me was one of the younger members amongst the Oji-sans. I guess he's in his 30s. Because he introduced himself during the previous conference, I do more or less know his name and position. He's one of the generals commanding an army. That puppet, what exactly is it? He asks while pointing at the puppet spider that is waiting behind me. Oh, this. The puppet spider that the Demon King summoned, as indicated by the name of Puppet Pterodect, is a monster from the Pterodect family, with a puppet-like outer shell wrapped around. The main body is a spider in the chest region the size of a fist. That spider uses threads spread through the interior of the puppet and able to move by pulling on the reeling threads. It is the real part of this monster. The manipulated puppet is like the crust of the main body, like the shell of the hermit crab. The puppet spider is actually under the Demon King's control and is next strongest to the Queen Pterodect. The average status values are around 10,000. It's beyond even the Arch-Pterodect. On the occasion when I fought the Demon King before my apotheosis, 10 of these were summoned at the same time and beat the crap out of me. They might have been the puppet spiders then, but in the past their form wasn't so similar to humans. When I was beaten up, they had the outward appearance of something like a department store mannequin. However, because it's not beautiful, I performed magical remodeling, and now that's how it gained the current form. The exposed joints in the arms and legs have coating over them so that you won't notice with a glance. The face is now built with fine details, remodeled to the extent that it can even blink, believe it or not. On top of that, with the vocal cords being reproduced, is an ambitious work that even has the ability to converse. Every home should have a puppet spider, capable of doing domestic chores or real combat or whatever takes your fancy. Actually, I feel that I overdid it a bit, although there's no change in status values on top of it becoming far more human-like in appearance. Because the joints are made to be able to move much more smoothly, it's now able to do detailed work. As a result, it's become able to master things like cooking and sewing that it couldn't do before. Scary. It has more femininity than an unskilled human girl. I am a variety of demon called Puppet Pterodect. My name is Ale. Ale. In accordance with Ariel-sama's order, I shall be under your care for a while. During that time, please feel free to use me however you wish. I look forward to working with you. As seen, it can even respond perfectly, even if it wasn't here. Even if I wasn't here, it has the capability to judge when to make a self-introduction. Wonderful. Huh? Doesn't this mean that there was genuinely no need for me to be here? I'm just a transport? The divine word religion's people's interest is now towards the puppet spider ale, and until the Demon King and co return, Famina-chan and I both become heir. In its own way, this is rather incomprehensible. Mm-hmm. It's just like reading the translator now. I liked Turbo because he was such a shit translator, but a lot of the quirks were really interesting. But also, Korn, as I've taken to calling him, is a great translator because these neat little notes about little things. So yeah, that's my thoughts.